Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I am so happy that you've joined me today. Today I'm going to show you another way to use postcards, and I'm actually calling this a wallet style 3 pockets and 3 flips. But first, let's have our shout out to Annie, Juju, Bonnie, Begin, Donnie, Eric and Ruthie, Nancy, and Chuck's wife 94. So let me just show you. Now I have made a few of these prepping for this, just seeing what works best. So first I'd like to say that these postcards are from Little Lady Papery. These right here are from My Porch Prints, and these are from Chapter 1 Papers. Now these two are postcard-like prints. These two actually are postcards. This one actually says postcard on there. So everything else, like these papers that I made my base from, they're just from paper packs or scraps from paper packs, okay? So let's just go ahead and let's look inside this one just to show you how this is. So there's just a little bit of decoration on the front of these, and it's on the front of the postcard. And then this flips up like this, and you have some ephemera and you have some more decoration. And then it flips up like this, and you have 2 more postcards. And this one flips out this way with your ephemera and a little decoration and lots of places to journal on, plus what's inside your pockets. And then this one opens up this way with your ephemera and your decoration. And then you tie it. Now you can tie it with a little bit of ribbon, you can tie it with some baker's twine, and then after you have this tied on here, you can actually, if you want, glue this down onto your journaling page completely and glue the ribbon as well, and then it will always be in place to tie it after you open it up. So it'd be like opening up a package permanently and then always having your tie available. Now, like I said, I have prepped. Now, that's where most of your time is in your prepping. But let's begin. These are Chapter 1 postcards right here, and I did not coffee dyed the back. I actually added some coffee dyed copy paper to the back. I have my little hinges. I have my base. I have some pieces of ephemera, a little bit of decoration, and I have my pockets. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and we're going to construct this one, and I'll show you how I do it and what I've learned along the way. So what I really want to do right now is I just want to take a little bit off the corners here. So just a little bit, just to smooth it out just a little bit, just so it's not so rough and severe, I guess is the word I'm looking for, severe. So quickly, we're just rounding the corners. Okay, and now I'm going to need to ink it, but I'm not going to do that right this second. I'm going to switch to this right here. Now, the paper I have chosen actually has writing on it, very faint, and so there's an up and a down, and since I wanted the writing to be the correct way, I cut my paper in half, and I've already glued it together, as you can see right here. So one side is upside down from the other, and I'm going to just use my card, and this is going to be folded down, and our card's going to sit right on it just like this. And I'm just kind of going to eyeball it to see where I want this to go. I also think I better trim this right now. Trim this extra when I put them back together. Okay. All right, so that's not part of the equation. This is right way up. This is the way I want it. So I'm just eyeballing it once again, just to kind of see where I want to. I think I want it just a little deeper. I think I want it right there. Yeah, I want it right here, guys. Okay, now I'm going to bring my guillotine in. It's not going to fit. We're going to have to just trim it. I'm going to trim the ends just a little, just to make sure they're straight and the white there is taken off. There we go. Yeah, it will too fit. I thought it would. There we go. Now it's all nice and straight. So here is our base that we're going to mount everything on. Now I'm going to take my corner rounder once again. I'm going to round these corners right here on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to take a second and I'm going to ink this up. Oh wait, let's just go ahead and do our little pockets and ink them too. So our pockets are going to go down onto our base first. So they need to be all the way across. Obviously, I made this ahead of time and I measured it for that, and I need it to be a little larger. So I think I have some of this paper over here. Do I have some more of this? Let me look to see if I have any more of this paper. Hang on just a second. Alrighty, I had some more of that paper, so I went ahead and I made the pockets so they fit correctly onto our base. So this is how they need to look. Now I rounded the corners on the bottom. We're going to need to put a little notch at the top, so I've already marked my halfway point. So we're just going to take our 1.5 inch punch and we're just going to notch just a tiny bit right out of here. So this is our little thumb notch, just like that. Now we look like this when we place them on, but before we get them in place, we're going to need to ink around all of this, and I might as well go ahead and ink this as well. Now these are our hinges, and you measure your hinge by the first card is going to be this one, I believe. So let's look at our cards again. So this one has a gate, and this one has a bench, and this one is just nice floral. So I'd like this to be my first one on the top. And this little postcard flips upwards. So you need to measure across this way. And these are approximately a little over 1/2 inch wide. And we're going to need to fold them in half. So let's get them folded in half. And I like to go ahead and round the corners of the ends. So let's do that quickly. And then I like to go ahead and I ink this side and I ink this side. And then after I ink it, I turn it the opposite way. And that's the side that we glue. We'll glue this side onto a postcard and this side onto the base. And then when it hinges open, all this will be inked. All right, so we're going to need to ink these as well. So I'm going to do that, and then we will assemble it. We'll be ready to assemble. All right, so I've got everything all inked around and ready to go. So let's start assembling. First, what we'll want to do is start with our front flap and select the card that you want to be on there. So I would like this one on my front flap. and get yourself one of your hinges. Now you've inked it all the way around. So now we're going to fold it opposite so we don't see the ink. And this is how we're going to glue it on. So I'm going to hold it like this with the flap going this way because my card will place right on it and then hinge open. So I'm going to get my Tombow glue. I'm going to place my glue right on this side of the hinge. And I'm going to put this right on here, just like this. It's not all the way across, but that's okay. It will do the trick. So that is all glued on there. See, when you open it up, that's where the ink, and you'll see the ink, so that's why you turn it inside out. Now I'm going to put my glue onto the other side of the hinge. And I'm going to line it up just a little bit, just so I like to place it as evenly as I can. I think I want it to be about like this. Now is that even? Not bad. Push it down, and there's our first flip, just like that. All right, so now let's open it up, and yes, we're going to put our postcards on first. Last night I was tired, and this was my last one that I had made, and I'm going to show you why. Because I did not put my postcards on first. I put my decoration on my pockets first. And because of that, I had to make this flip go this way, because if I didn't, this was going to show underneath the postcard right here, and I don't want it to do that. So these two actually flip the same way because of the decoration. And I even had to alter this decoration right here. There's another label underneath that's underneath this hinge because I was tired and I should have put my postcards on first, and I did not, and so that is what happened. So let's just go ahead and set that aside, and we're going to continue because our little pocket is going to go here, and then when we decorate, we'll be able to see, okay, I have to decorate underneath, so when this closes, I don't see my decoration peeking out. So when we put these on here, so this is going to go, let's see, which one do we want next? No, I want this one because this dark is heavier. So when we put this on now, like this, and this is hinged out like this, we are going to have to put our pockets in first. Our pockets in, but we're not decorating. Okay, there we go. So let's get our pockets in. I'm glad I looked at that. First one won't matter. The second one will. The second and third one will. So let's get our pockets in right now. So easily done. Now don't put it right on the fold. You'll want to give a little bit of space so it's not too bulky when it closes. And I always like to use a couple of paper clips and paper clip them so that they make sure that they're pressed down onto the paper. Then let's go ahead and let's put our bottom one on, just like this. So when you're selecting, when you've got your postcard, then you select the paper that goes with it, that blends. And you can just look in your scraps, because that's where all these came from, my base and my, well, the base didn't come from a scrap, but the pockets came from a scrap. In fact, I went to the scrap bin to remake those pockets because I had made them the wrong size. Obviously, last night I was very tired. And it was time to go to bed. It was like, no, I have to put this one together. And I learned a couple things putting it together late at night. All right, so our pockets are on. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I'm pretty sure it's stuck down enough that we can keep going. And we said that we wanted to put this one on the bottom because that is dark and it's heavier weight. So we're going to put this one right here. So I'm going to have this one flip out. It doesn't matter which way you flip it. It does not matter. You just want the other one to flip opposite. So this is the side that's inked. I'm going to fold it opposite. And I'm going to hold it right here as I apply my glue. And this is just my Tombow glue. And I'll get this on here. Any glue will do. Any glue that you like will be absolutely perfect. So just line it up to the edge. Now I can see that I've got a little bit poking out, so I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut that off right where it pokes out. So now we're just like this. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue right onto my other side of my hinge, and I'm going to line it up just so I kind of like to see where I'm at. And once again, you can put it towards the bottom, but don't put it past your pocket. It will interfere with your fold. So make sure that this still folds. This still folds nicely. So that flips out like that. We're going to put our last one. We're going to remove our paper clips. They've done the trick for us. Move our paper clips, and we're going to go ahead and, since this one folds out this way, I'm going to have this one fold this way. I'm going to put this opposite, nice like that. Hold it in my hand. I'm going to put my glue on this side of the hinge. I want it to be opposite, so I want it to go this way. So I will place that right there, right towards the edge. Not over the edge, but towards the edge. If there's any overhanging, just trim it off. Okay, there's my hinge right there. So add my glue to this side of the hinge, and then place it where you want it to go. Put it over here where I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to shut this so I can line it up with this one as well. I want it to go down below there. I want it to be at the bottom. Okay, so I've lined it up pretty well, and it's at the base of my pocket. Okay, now let's go ahead and put our pocket on our front. So just quickly put this glue right on here. I have got a few pieces for decoration, and I'm going to once again just secure this on here so it will grab. Isn't this looking cute? Oh my goodness, it's so cute, right? So I have got some labels. I have got a bow. I have got a butterfly. I don't want to really cover this up too much, but I want a little something on here. But I really don't want a lot because I think these flowers are so beautiful. And I want to just have the flowers basically, but I need a little something. Now remember, this flips up, so your decoration needs to stay on the postcard, because I was like going like this, but that's not going to work because it's outside of the postcard. So you want to keep it on the postcard. Let's see here. I'm not really sure what we want here. What do we want? I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and just put that right there. I'm not going to cover up those little butterflies, but that will be fine just right there. Got to move it over because I'm getting off of my postcard. I don't want to get off the postcard because a postcard flips up. Okay, so there's our decoration on our cover. Now let's make our decoration underneath on our pocket, and we need to make sure that when we put the decoration on, it stays underneath the pocket. There, it will stay right underneath there. Let's see here. That will be fine. Let's just put that right there. I'm going to show you my other ones. I've opened up that one, but I'd like to show you the other ones and how they look inside. There's that one. Now here's this one. I'm not decorating the outside of these. For one reason, these are pretty busy, but the decoration, this is pretty plain, so I'd like to put my decoration inside here. And I'm thinking, I really like this bow, but it's a kind of big for this. I need a smaller bow. I do have them on my desk. Let me grab them. Alrighty, I grabbed the bow. It's a little smaller, as you can see. So let's go ahead and pop that right on here. Now I need to make sure it's underneath. It's underneath. So let's place this right here, just like this. And let's put their little bow right here as well. It's pretty cute. Let's see if that's underneath. Yeah, it's all underneath. It's looking good. All right, now how about this one? This goes this way, and I'm wondering if I can put this here, possibly. Yeah, I think that will fit. Oh, you can't even see. That will fit right there, and then maybe, there we go. How about that? I like that. Little Tombow glue. And a label. We're going to put our label right here. There we go. Now, how about a few pieces of ephemera? Oh my goodness, you guys. And then, to top it all off, let's go ahead and add our little piece of ribbon for closure. I absolutely love this little project. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Now, we have this one. It had a red closure, and it opens up just like this. And like I said, these postcards are from My Porch Prints. So adorable. And I tied this one with red. I don't know where it went. That's gone somewhere. This one is the pink one. And these are chapter 1 cards here. So beautiful, right? So beautiful. I love this project. Now, it does take a little prepping time, but I think the payoff is divine. And look at this one. Now, these postcards are from Little Lady Papery. Oh my goodness, right? Isn't this beautiful? I love the bee one. You guys, if you've enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And I invite you to join my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.